Okay. I'm a big animal person. He had such a love for animals. He was so careful with.
Yeah, so he's got love for animals. Well, you know, Hitler had a big love for animals. Hitler loved animals. He was a bloody vegetarian or a vegan or whatever. He loved animals. So because Stephan loves animals, what does that mean? What does that mean? He still abused an 8-year-old girl till she was 13 and then murdered her. Oh my God. Now they're calling him an empath. An empath could not think of hurting anyone. You know, just would feel terrible. I mean, it might hurt someone accidentally, don't get me wrong. But you know what, to do it over all that length of time. Has she forgotten about the videos? Has she forgotten about the photos? This empath. And this doctor, he's on another fucking planet as far as I'm concerned. Oh my God. Oh my God. You know, and these people, they moan about Jen. Jen hasn't done anything. Where's your fucking empathetic feelings for Jen? She hasn't done anything, and now they're calling Stephan an empath. Oh my God. God, I'm so angry. I am so angry.
I mean, even when he was living with Jen, they found a kitten in the parking lot that was basically dying, and they scooped it up, took it down, and brought it back. She still got the cat. When he went to help us move Chris's sister out of a place where she was and into a hospital because she has some problems.
She's in assisted living. She has dementia.
Yeah, she has advanced dementia. But she had a dog.
So let's remember somebody else who loved animals. The Moors murderers. They loved animals, didn't they? You know, Ian Brady and Myra Hindley bloody loved their dogs, didn't they? Loved them. Oh, I expect Dr. John would go on there and say, oh, well, it just shows you nothing's as simple as that. You know, they're not really evil. They're fucking empaths probably as well. Idiot. Good God. Do you know what? Is it just me or what?
Well, they found that dog in the apartment in horrible conditions with a harness that was grown into his body, and Stephan couldn't leave the dog behind. He brought the dog home with him.
Lovely Stephan.
And on the way home, he called. He said, we've got to get him washed. We've got to get him groomed. He smells. He's got poop all over him. And, you know. And so we did. We paid for that. And he brought that dog home, and that Sailor.
Oh, what a
and
hero.
that's who Jen has now as her ESA. So.
What a hero Stephan is. Well, thank you, Stephan, for looking after that dog. That is a good thing. Of course it is. In the meantime, then he probably went home from looking after the dog and abused Maddie, did he? God.
So he loved the animal, loved his horse Rue, really did. Loved all the horses, loved all the poodles here. He had his own poodle for a while, Shadow. But then when he left home, he couldn't take Shadow with him. And Jen didn't want a big dog because he would jump up and knock Madeleine over. So when the chance came to rehome Shadow, we did. And that broke his heart because we did that. But
Skippy the squirrel,
yes, he was always bringing animals home. He got bitten by a snake. And he came and got me. He says, he's holding his, it bit me. I'm going, okay. Found a bucket, had a splatter screen from the frying pan. I put over the top of the bucket. We jumped in the car, ran to the emergency room, and I'm going in there. I'm saying, I don't know what happened or what it is.
Oh, yeah, and now that's just reminded me, of course. Remember the poodle ambulance, the car that Stephan Sterns transported Madeleine's dead body in? That's that. Oh, what an empath. What fucking empath. He found Madeleine dead accidentally. And instead of phoning the police or trying to get the ambulance there to see if she could be saved, he put her in his car or in his mum and dad's car and pretended she was alive as if he was taking her to school. What an empath. What an empath. And then he transferred her from the front seat into the boot, disposed of all the school items and everything in the bin. What an empath he is. And then these pair of empaths, now I'm getting angry with them again, and I've been feeling sorry for them all the way through this video, feeling a little bit sorry for them. Then these pair of empaths, I were asking when they're going to get the car back. The car that's had a dead girl in that they considered was their granddaughter, a girl they knew, supposedly loved. What pair of empaths? Oh yeah, when can we have the car back? Because we need it for a poodle ambulance. Do you know what I would be saying to the police? As soon as you finish with that car, take it off, dispose of it, crush it. I never want to see that car again that dead 13-year-old girl has been in. Oh my God, this is just a family of empaths, isn't it? Oh God, what family?
Yes, but my son's been bitten by a snake. Well, this is Florida, we've got quite a few. and I remember that the guy said, well, can you describe the snake? I said, well, yeah. I said, here it is. And I handed him the bucket and everybody cleared the room. I mean, people were running. So found out that it was fairly harmless, but still, he would just reach down and grab them, pick them up. Lizards, chameleons, the aquarium. Oh my God! And then he brought home this huge soft-shelled turtle that had been hit by a car. Well, we had a pool in the backyard where he could rehab that, and my horse was badly hurt in an accident, and I rehabbed him. And really, I think all of us kind of tended to go in that direction with rehabbing animals, and he was going to try rehabbing people, I guess. I don't say that casually. I mean,
rehabbing people. He was rehabbing Jen. He was rehabbing her just out of the goodness of his heart. Nothing to do with the fact she had an 8-year-old girl that he could abuse. No, he was rehabbing. He was helping. He's an empath, isn't he? Yeah. What? So what was she, 8? She was 13 when she died. So 5 years, 6 years, because I think it was 6 years he was supposedly doing all this to Madeleine. Oh, what an empath. Rehabbing people. Oh, what a bloody star he is. Not only did he rehab animals, he was rehabbing people, but only actually single mothers who had young girls that he could mould to what he wanted. Oh my God. This was back to the delusional Fruit Loop now. Sorry, Debbie, you've gone now again.
Seriously,